Hi everyone! I'm planning on a trip in the next couple of days, and I just thought I'd share with everyone what I do to take all my art supplies on a trip with me. Obviously I can't take everything, so I condense down what I think I might like using best, and I'll show you what I've got to make it portable. So I love my St. Petersburg watercolors, but obviously they're a little large to pack and take on a plane. So I found this super cute little travel pack. So it's got kitties on it. I love kitties. We have a little pouch here. I always take little sample scraps so I can test my colors. And I've got a little pile of artist trading card size that I've already cut. And then I've got some 5x7 in case I decide I want to do something a little larger. So I am going to put those in this handy little pouch where they're protected. And I also have this, well, my alcohol ink got to it. This is really heavy cardstock that I lay here on top to kind of protect the paper, protect the pencils, and I can use it to put, it's a nice hard surface to put my work on when I'm working on it, so it kind of doubles as that. But this trip, I love watercoloring. So I am going to be taking watercolor pencils. I'll show you in a minute why, but I have a set of 24 watercolor pencils, and there's a lot that you can do with them, which is why I'm bringing them rather than a little watercolor palette. I also have my pencils that I like to use for sketching. I've got my Micron pens, and I do every other, otherwise same thing with my gel pens. Otherwise it's too bulky on one side, so I found if you do every other, it makes it nice, lay nice and flat. So, and this comes out, so you can take this wherever you'd like. And then here on the bottom I've got my pencil sharpener. I've got my water brushes and a couple of erasers, and I love these Toll pens, and that comes out too. So it looks like a little lunch bag that I used to pack my kids' lunch in. But the reason that I am choosing these watercolor pencils is, let me get one of these water pens. This is a cool little thing. You fill it with water, just unscrew it like this, fill it with water, screw the top back on, and then there's a brush, and you just squeeze a little bit and the water comes out the brush, so it's instant watercolor. So what you can do with these, first you could take the pencil and color in whatever you'd like, and then you can take give a little squeeze, and then you can blend, and that blends nicely, but I still see the lines, and I don't like that unless you really work it. And if you overwork watercolor paper, it doesn't work well. So I will need to ask wherever I go for a napkin, because you do need to wipe the color off of your bristles of your brush if you're going to be changing color. So I'll change color just to show you. This is how I like to use watercolor pencils. It's like watercolors in a stick. So you just brush the end of the pencil. You can see I'm getting the pigment on the brush, and then you brush it on. So it's like taking your watercolors with you, but in stick form. And you can also use them in other ways if you'd like to. So they're just a little more versatile that way. So if you wanted to make it a little darker, but again, I don't like to overwork my watercolors. So anyway, that's how I like to use the watercolor pencils. And then, whoops, got on my finger. So this just packs up like this. Put this back in here. I found this is a nice little spot with the way I have everything packed to put my pencil sharpener. This lays right in here like this. Put my heavy cardstock on top, close it up, and there we go. Nice and compact, ready to go. And whenever I feel like drawing or painting, I've got everything that I need. So there you have it. Just thought I'd share with you all what I'm going to be taking on my next trip.